Everybody, this is the biggest update. This is what we've been waiting for. A new way to unlock cards and prioritize specific cards that you want. Now, we already kind of knew this was coming, but I think they went above and beyond, and we got some juice to cover. So I got the blog post right here. It's on the official website, right? marvelsnap.com. I'm going to have the link to the post in the description. If you just want to go and read it yourself, good for you. I just want to cover it. I was at work when they put this out and I was going insane. I could not focus on work at all after I saw this. And I was like, right when I get home, I'm covering this. So this is going to be a bit of a first reaction. I've learned a few things that I'm going to share with you guys, but we're going to cover each and every part here. So the collector's tokens, that's probably the biggest thing here, right? So starting soon, and I have a little bit of information on that. There was this tweet right here from Ben Brode that kind of confirmed that it's actually coming before next season, which next season starts December 5th. And what the collector's tokens mean, it's going to be a new currency that you can acquire in-game. I'm sure you can purchase it. We don't know details on that just yet, but I'm sure you can purchase it. But you can collect it just from your chests that you're opening along the collection road. You get these tokens, and then you can use them towards cards in the shop. There's going to be one new card that you do not own in the shop, and it's going to rotate every 8 hours at the same pace as your daily quests. Check it out. It's right here. It's the token shop, okay? It looks super clean, and there's a few extra little bits here that are pretty interesting. So it only starts at collection level 500. That's when you can start to see this pop up. So that means that you're only ever getting pool 3, or should I say series 3. That's going to take some getting used to. Series 3, 4, and 5, which I have details on soon. You're probably seeing the cards up here. We got details on all of that. So those are the cards that you can collect moving forward. Now it's going to be expensive, not from your wallet, but the tokens. Look at this one costs 1,000 tokens. I imagine you only probably get 100 in a chest. So it's going to take a while. You have to accumulate these tokens. I think the pace that they mentioned is you probably be able to purchase one card per week. So what happens if there's a card that you really like, but you don't have the available tokens yet, but you really want to get this card and you don't want to risk losing it from the shop, but you don't want to pay money as well, right? Well, you can pin a card. This is such a simple idea, but it's huge. You can pin a card that you want, get the collector's tokens later at a time, and guarantee that you will get that card in a timely fashion. It is far better than waiting and waiting and waiting in the pool 3 chests and just hoping that it won't be the last card that you open. Now, instead of, months until you get that card that you really wanted, it might only take a week. Check out this little jab that they take at the pools. I think this was really funny because everybody's been calling it pools, but they call it series, or what some players are calling pools. I guess I gotta start getting used to that. And right here they detail it. So if you're not too familiar, you have to acquire every card in Series 1 before you can get to Series 2. Acquire every card in Series 2 until 3, and then you can actually get 4 and 5 series cards before collecting all of Pool 3. Series 3. Oh my gosh. So check it out. I have this Discord post from Steven. He works for Team Second Dinner, and he says you can actually get in any of the reserves. So you enter Pool 3, any of those reserves can have Pool 4 or 5 cards. So now the pool for those cards is really big. It's a big variance on what you're going to get. But you don't have to complete Series 3 to get these cards. That's super exciting. It just adds a very ultra rare way to get really cool cards. Big thing to note if you're trying to hoard your caches and reserves for when this actually drops so that you can get all these rare and ultra rare cards right off the hop, you can't. It's only for caches and reserves that are unlocked after this update. So you might as well open them up now and then just acquire some other caches and reserves later. All right, let's get into Series 4 and 5. So these are going to be much more rare. So you're probably going to have less of a chance, or much less of a chance, of seeing these in your chests. It might be better off saving tokens for these cards. They will be a little bit more expensive, and they have the breakdown right here. Series 3 cards are going to cost 1,000 tokens. Series 4 cards are going to cost 3,000 tokens, and Series 5, 6,000. Now guys, we're getting 16 new cards just from these 2 series alone. And this patch is going to happen all at once. 16 cards in a single day. There's never been a bigger meta shakeup in the game's history. But the benefit is that it's not going to happen all at once. People are going to stagger, get certain cards. But a little bit more details about the tokens and how you can get started is if you're at collection level 500 to 999, you're going to get 3,000 tokens for free when this patch goes live. 1,000 to 3,000, essentially, you're going to get 6,000 tokens, and 3,000 plus collection level, 12,000 tokens. That's 2 series 5 cards. So I highly recommend, if you're sitting on any gold, start spending that on quests or just straight up credits to boost your collection level and get past these thresholds to get all of these tokens. That way you can get those shiny new cards and play with them before anyone else. They also mentioned that you're going to get every single one eventually because they're going to move cards in pools. I've already kind of broken this down on my thoughts on this, but I think it's great. It's really healthy to just bring cards down. I think cards should even go from Series 3 to Series 2 because that's a small series, and it can just continue to stagger so that when new players come in, they'll have a better chance of getting those cards and maybe at even a cheaper price, tokens-wise, that is. And then lastly, if you're a little bit worried that you're not at collection level 500, well, guess what? You're going to get 3,000 tokens when you do hit collection level 500. I imagine this will be an ongoing reward for any new players. If you're seeing this or you're just starting now, don't sweat it too much. You will eventually get those 3,000 tokens, and that's a huge boost. That could be 3 Series 3 cards, which is really helpful. All right, now we've talked about the series and all the tokens, and that's all exciting, but what about the new cards? That's the whole point, right? So I'm gonna go into detail about these new cards in my next video, and I'm gonna share my priority list, my personal priority list for spending tokens on the Series 4 and 5 cards. But I will gloss over them for you guys. I'm not going to just hold that to a different video. So we have She-Hulk. She costs 1 less for each unspent energy last turn. She's Series 4. You got Titania, a 1/5, crazy stat line, but she switches sides whenever a card's played at her location. That's nuts. Luke Cage is a 2/1, but he's going to stop your other cards from losing power. That works great with Hazmat, right? Who deducts power from all the cards on the field. Absorbing Man, 4/3 on reveal. If the last card you played has an on reveal ability, this card copies it. Nuts. He's probably going to be broken. That one's just insane. Maria Hill, not very exciting. Add a random 1 cost card to your hand. Agent Coulson, add a random 4/5 cost to your hand. These have synergy with putting cards to your hand with like Collector, Devil Dino, and stuff like that, but the randomness just hurts. And then you got Helicarrier. When you discard this from your hand, replace it with 3 random cards. I actually think this might be decent in a Hela discard deck, but it's still wacky. It's still random. All the Avengers seem to just like summon random things, which is kind of funny. M'Baku, if this is in your deck at the end of the game, it leaps to a random location. Junk, this is trash. This is my least favorite one. Atuma, if you have another card here at the end of your turn, destroy this. Basically needs armor or some form of protection, but could actually be a silent little assassin here. Orca, a 6/9 ongoing +5 power. If this is your only card here. I have no idea how I feel about this. Kind of wacky, lots of power, kind of like Giganto, who's 14 power, but location limited. This is like limited to not having other cards here. So can you ever win a location with 14? I have no idea, but I will definitely try. Series 5, Galactus. Now we know about him. We might have even seen him in a game or two. But here he is. He's finally joining the game. On reveal, if this is your only card here, destroy all other locations. Gonna be broken, gonna be nuts, probably at the top end for me on my wants list. Valkyrie is a 5/3 on reveal, set all cards at this location to 3 power. That is nuts. That's like Shang-Chiing a bunch of cards, right? If your opponent's just stacking power like insane and then you just drop this, she might be a game changer, something to look out for. And probably really annoying, let's be honest. Super Skrull. I have no idea how to feel about this guy. He's a 4/2 ongoing, has the ongoing effects of all enemy cards. That's cute, but what if your opponent's not running ongoing cards? And what if they're not that good and they don't even synergize with what you're doing? Like it's like a Patriot deck and you steal that effect, but you don't have any no ability cards on your side of the board? Like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm definitely going to try it with Onslaught and some crazy shenanigans. Shuri is a 4/2 on reveal, double the power of the next card you play. Dude. Obviously with Black Panther, but there's a bazillion combos here. This is insane. That's way too much power. That's like you could pass on turn 5 and then Infinite or something. I don't even know. It's nuts. This is going to be a crazy, crazy card. We got our sneaky little boy Bast here. 1/1. On reveal, set the power of all cards in your hand to 3. What? If you're running like a flood deck, you got a bunch of like 1 cost stuff. All of a sudden they have 3 power. Or we can even look at it with Iron Man, who gets 3, and then he's 6 for 5, and then boosts all the doubling of the power. This is pretty wild, I think. This is going to have some crazy combinations. One thing I don't understand, if it's a lore thing, please do tell me. But see his eye here, how it's blocked off by like a black little bar? It triggers me. It triggers me. Otherwise, very cool. Thanos. I get asked probably daily, when is this card coming to Marvel Snap? And I can finally tell you I still don't know. But when this patch goes live, it will happen. He's a 6/8. At the start of the game, shuffle the 6 Infinity Stones into your deck. And if you don't know what those are, they're a bunch of little 1 cost, 1 power boys, or sometimes 3 power, and they have varying effects. I might be scrolling too quickly, but I have dozens of videos on this, so don't worry. I will keep you updated, and we will play this card. That is it for the big collector token, the big news. Now, we're not quite done. All right, swinging over to MarvelSnapZone.com really quickly, we have the next season in Marvel Snap. The December season is the Power Cosmic. That's going to be starting on December 5th, which is just about little under 2 weeks from now. And it features the Silver Surfer, who's going to be the new card added to the game, and a few cool variants for Infinite and Collector. So let's check out Silver Surfer. We got him right here. So on reveal, give your 3 cost cards, your other 3 cost cards, plus 3 power. He's a 3/0. This will probably be nuts. I can't wait to play with him. He's an iconic character. There's so many combinations. They showed a really cool one in the trailer with Brood getting buffed and Wong and Odin triggering Silver Surfer again for some crazy buffs. I look forward to it. It looks like a very, very fun card. But that's it for me, guys. That's it. I'm just so excited. I'm excited for the community to be able to get the cards that they want, because I think that was triggering a lot of people and maybe holding them back. I'm excited that they took this route and not something like the Nexus events where it was really heavy, greedy, trying to get our money. Like, this feels very new player friendly, very free to play friendly. They just hit it out of the park again. I just love this game so much. I love it so much. I get so excited. Have a great day. Enjoy your day. I got more videos coming. We got a new location coming tonight, and I'm going to let you know which cards I'm going to personally spend my tokens on. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I super appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Let's go!